What's up, Big Hands Gang, and welcome back to the Ground Move series. In this tutorial, you'll be learning the pullback switch. Check it out.
Ain't got the world, but you got those hands. Ain't got the world, but you got those hands. Got those hands.
The pullback switch is used to switch the ball from one side of your body to the other. Now, you may have noticed there was two variants shown. The first one being a hopping variation, and the second one being more like a slide kind of variation. Therefore, throughout this tutorial, I will refer to them as the hopping variant and slide variant. To break this trick down, there are just two tricks that are involved to make this one. One being the pullback and the second one being the switch. Now, the only difference between the two variants is the switch. The pullback is exactly the same. Now, as the pullback is used in both of these variants and it is exactly the same, we'll cover that first. So to learn this pullback, you want to be dragging the ball backwards with your left foot to the outside of your left foot. And this is important as this is where you pick it up with your right foot. So with your right foot, you then use your toes to the outside of your foot kind of area just to pull that ball back a little bit further and hold it in that exact position. And that is the first half of both of these variants. So let's get into the switch. To learn the hopping variant, you will want to hop forwards on your left foot in the pullback position, which will give you the momentum to push the ball back to the right hand side of you. The ball should go behind you and you should be able to claim the ball with your right foot, therefore finishing this variant. Just remember that the hop has to be done whilst releasing the ball, otherwise the ball will end up getting in the way of your hop. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want that ball to get in the way of your hop, because you're either going to kick the ball forwards, which is the best case scenario, and the worst case scenario is you're just going to fall over that ball and it's going to hurt. So let's get into the sliding variant, which is possibly the easier one. Whilst you're in the pullback position, you're going to drag the ball across the front of you diagonally. You're going to step in front of the ball, so the ball should be on the way through your legs. So just before the ball actually goes between your legs, you're just going to slide your left foot across the front of the ball. Therefore, the ball should end up actually going behind you, alike in the hopping variant. This trick should also be claimed again with your right foot, therefore giving you the option to start clapping again or go into other tricks. So a tip I'd give for learning these variants is just take your time, as neither of these require speed. Sure, the hopping variant requires some momentum, but honestly, speed comes with comfort, so don't worry about that. So just to summarise, I would very much recommend you learn both of these variants, as both of them will help you learn a lot of future tricks, such as the M10 panel or Infinity, but also these tricks can be used just mid-combo. I mean, I wouldn't say do them over and over again, as you'll most likely get tackled very quickly, but if you're just looking for a different way to switch the ball instead of clapping, for argument's sake, then do it, because it's quick, sharp, beautiful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the pullback switch and its two variants. Tune in to next week's episode where you'll be learning the triple T, which is also known as the two-touch twist. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, stay blessed. Much love, Big Hands Gang. I'm out.
I'm floating by your side on a paper plane I ride, and we touch down.